Ladies and gents, my brothers and sisters, I want to talk real about something I have noticed. There seems to be a direct scrambling, messing with, attempting to block sacred unions. And how I normally notice that it shows up is in a powerful woman, or a woman who is coming into her power, who maybe doesn't fully realize how much she's about to bring it. And then the men, if they aren't aware fully of their spiritual nature and they aren't fully embodying it, there will be interference. Actually, like using their spiritual connection port, because they're not fully using it, via another frequency, like another interference is coming in and it's scrambling, and it may make the man look bipolar or narcissistic or all these things, because when it happens, when that interference comes in, it's like he's a different person for a minute, because that's the frequency that's trying to mess with you. And like the women are thinking, who is this guy? What's going on? Like normally he's like so sweet and I know his true nature, and I'm not, don't want to question myself. I know I'm super intuitive. Like I know I see him. I know who he is even. So it's confusing, and it causes powerful women to question themselves, number one, which is what is wanted. And it wreaks havoc, right? There's the energy suck, and there's like a conflict inside, because the woman is like, do I turn against this love? Do I walk away because it seems abusive or it seems like not loving? But when he is present with me, he's so loving, he's so there, he's so my man. So I'm speaking to hopefully dispel what's happening. If enough awareness goes out, then consciousness wakes up to the fact that this interference is happening, and I think that can block it. I think just that, knowing that, because the masculine's in us too. So when we think they're connected and our feminine is connected, our feminine nature is connected in, and then it makes us start to question ourselves, right? So if we're aware that that's happening, that means interference is trying to get to us. It's trying to scramble our trust in ourselves. It's trying to mess with our greatest gifts, which is love, and which is knowing, and clarity, and an ability to bring out the best in each other and to bring people together. These are our gifts, and it goes against our nature to have to deal in the manner we've had to with the places the interference is shown to come in, which is generally in our intimate partners. It can be sometimes through friends if we're really close. It can be other places in family members and so forth. I've seen it in a few different places, but just to be aware, just be aware and notice. And sisters, if this has happened to you or is happening to you in this moment, just recognize it, take your power back, and just love him into his full expression. He might have like a minute where he's like, what just happened? And think he needs to step away because it's causing him to question himself, that could even come in. Or that maybe he needs to go on some deep spiritual journey or something to figure out, this sometimes void he feels, like it's almost like an absence in himself that makes him question. This is what I sense anyway. And if men who have been with me or my beloved is watching, I'm simply pointing out a pattern I've seen in many, and even in listening, hopefully in whatever side we're in, whatever place that we feel is the one we identify with in this story, might we just not take anything personally and just clean up that aura gap, that hole in the field that's allowing that negative self-talk in to be listened to. And so instead we might come fully in embodiment of our wholeness, which is love. Okay, I'd love to hear back if you're resonating. Please comment below if this has happened to you or you recognize it. I do think there's a prevailing energy that does not want the medicine man and medicine woman together because of the potency and the power that exists there in opening the new reality. We are the gateways to the new reality. We are. So when we recognize this and we come together as these teams, these conscious teams, magical things are going to happen. So right now we're clearing up all of the static and noticing where some holes might be in the field and just taking care of that. That's just part of the maturation process. Okay, thank you for tuning in.